You're watching Dale Hansen's Sports Special, Monday night, sponsored by your North Texas GMC dealers.
This game meant everything to me, to be quite honest with you. And a tremendous amount of weight has been lifted off of my shoulders now, and at least, no matter what happens in my career from here on out, at least I can say that I took the team to the Super Bowl and we were able to win it, and there's not a lot of people that get a chance to say something like that.
Yeah, and he said it twice more, too. If I wasn't the only one, I was one of the few who thought Troy Aikman would be a star on Fox, and I was right about that. And I was right about him in 1989, too. There were others, but not many. Aikman has always been one of my favorite guys. Many of the reasons you know, and a lot of the reasons I can't tell you. But he knows his football, and he can talk about it with the best of them. Here's my conversation with Troy Aikman. Are you as surprised, Troy, as to what this team is doing as compared to what most of us thought they would do?
Yeah, I thought the team would be good this year coming into the season if Romo was healthy.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a lot like the 2014 team, and then when he went down, of course, then it's anybody's guess. But there was an excitement about Dak from the very beginning. I mean, when he stepped in there in Seattle in the preseason game, I remember going into week one and I thought, wow, this kid may have something and this team may be okay. And I don't know why I was as optimistic as I was, but he's proven himself out.
Yeah, but you look pretty good in the preseason your rookie year.
Yeah, but you're right. And not so good in the regular season. I don't know what it was about him. There was a maturity level, and I think more or less talking to players on the team and how he handled himself. And he's mature beyond his years, and I realized that the very first time I met him, that you just walked away going, wow, this kid's really got something, and he's not like other rookie quarterbacks.
Can you imagine how hard this must be on Tony Romo?
Yeah. I mean, I've got an idea. Going through it in 91, I missed 5 games, and Berline stepped in, and our team was just starting to be good and made it to the playoffs for the first time, and I wasn't there to be on the field for any of that. And it's an empty feeling. So I certainly can empathize with him and how he has felt. But then I was back in the saddle and going. I mean, this has been even more than anything that I endured, and with a young guy that doesn't look to be replaced anytime soon.
This is also a little bit similar to what you went through in '89 with Jerry Jones talking again about how much he loves Romo and he wants to see Romo back in there. You had a little bit of that in '89, didn't you, with Jimmy Johnson, once he brought Steve Walsh in, that you were the guy, but maybe they wanted the other guy?
A little bit. I will say that in '91, when I missed those 5 games, Jerry came out publicly and supported me and said that, hey, he's our future and he's our quarterback, and it didn't go over real well with Jimmy. So I understand that part of it from Jerry's perspective as far as trying to support Romo. And then I also can see it from the other side when, as you said, when Steve Walsh was playing early in my career. I've kind of run through it all at some point or another throughout my career.
You expect to see the Cowboys in Houston at the Super Bowl?
I do. They're the best team that I've seen in the NFC. Best team I've seen really in the league. Now, we've not had the Patriots, but as far as the teams that I've covered this year, the Cowboys are the best team. I don't want to say by far. I mean, it's a challenging league with some of the other teams, Seattle, Pittsburgh, but they're an awfully good team. About
that Super Bowl time, they also have the voting on the Hall of Fame. Jerry Jones is up this year. I think he's going to make it, don't you?
I do.
Does that cheapen the Hall of Fame for the rest of you guys if Jerry Jones is in it?
No, I think... I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's done a lot for this game. He's done a lot for the league. He's made a lot of people a lot of money. I think the popularity of our sport, I don't think is solely responsible to Jerry Jones, but I think he's had a big part to do with it. The TV contracts, Fox Sports being involved in it like they are, and the revenue sharing that they've been able to get these stadiums and grow the pie for so many people. And his impact on this league is undeniable.
Oh, I think it absolutely is undeniable. But isn't part of what he's done taking more money toward the owners still? I mean, as much as the players make. I mean, we talk about the rookies. I mean, they've got these rookies tied up in a 4-year deal that they're not making anything compared to what they should be.
Yeah, but I understand the point. I do think that, when rookies, I understand the owner's perspective when it comes to rookies and what they were paying those guys, and they want to make sure that they're proven. And I also understand that the owners were just trying to get more of the pie for themselves. In the negotiation, the last collective bargaining agreement, the owners really swept the players under the rug. I mean, on every financial consideration, the owners won. I'm convinced that if the players had come out and said, you know what, we don't want to practice at all, we'll just show up on Sundays and play, I'm not so sure they wouldn't have agreed to that, because they gave all the financial considerations.
They're almost doing it now anyway, by the way.
Right, and I don't know what that's meant to our game. I mean, I think those are questions when you start saying, what's the long-term future of football and how does it look? Maybe some of those decisions that are impacting the quality of play on the field, maybe in the long run, those are going to be things that lead towards the decline of our sport. We'll find out in time, but it's a revenue business, and the owners certainly understand that.
I have to ask you this before I let you go. I'm watching the NFL films, Troy Aikman, A Football Life. I was there with you from the very beginning, supporting you. I was the self-proclaimed president of the Troy Aikman fan club, and I got 12 seconds. I got 12 seconds. What kind of a producer does that?
I wasn't producing it, so it wasn't up to me. And I've done some of those interviews where I've got no seconds. I've taken the time to sit down for 45 minutes, and they haven't used anything I've said. I don't know what that says about me, but hey, your 12 seconds was at least something.
I'm using all of this.